Niktophobia came out, guys. The Lethal Company clone that all the fans were trying to cancel a few months ago. For those of you who are living under a rock, I made a previous video during the early times of Lethal Company upon release. This game was taking over, and of course, when a game gets as big as this, it's bound to spark some ripoff games to try and leech off the success of the original material, and in some instances, it works. Because the clone game might have something the OG doesn't have to offer, like multiplayer, free-to-play access, or in this case, VR support. That's right, Niktophobia, the Lethal Company clone, has VR support, something the vanilla version of Lethal Company does not have to offer. Unless, of course, you mod the game. But this game has been in development since Lethal Company released. About a year later, the demo's out, which means even you can try the game out for yourself. Planned release is early 2025, right before June in Q1. You can even play this with your friends in the demo, servers are open. In public lobbies, not really anyone's on yet, but if you gather a group, it's actually a really good experience. But I gotta admit, the demo doesn't do the game justice, because there's a lot of features missing that you can clearly see are featured in the trailer. The AI for the entities needs some work too. They learn and adapt pretty quick, but as you can pretty much tell by the gameplay, it's easy to avoid them. And the animations are okay, but could be better. We need some death animations too, please. Graphics are great, loving the grim spaceship vibe, especially the menu and boombox music. Might be a little better than Lethal, not gonna lie. But a revamp is needed for the menu. I know the game's still being worked on, but it looks a little cheap, man. If you're wondering if your PC can handle this game, the game's minimum requirements are Ryzen 5, 8GB of RAM, GTX 1650, 20GB of space, so it's not too demanding. Practically anyone can run this even in VR. PC only was pretty fun, but I can tell PC VR is where the game really stands out because it just runs better, it's scarier, and that's the way you want to play this game. If you're playing PC only, you might as well just go play Lethal. But the game's not half bad, honestly, a nice alternative for Lethal. ODS Studio has gained quite an appearance on TikTok, joking about being a Lethal Company ripoff and using it for marketing, which is sort of working. It's getting some Lethal fans on board and then some continuing to hate on the game, but it's looking like the devs don't care. I'm excited for the full release. I think it's great. Demo, you can tell, is missing a lot, but just look at the trailer. The full game has a lot more tools and content to offer, like new lobby system, map expansion, 2 new maps, more tools, like I said, noise level indicator, difficulty process, and bug fixes, all planned when the game fully comes out. And optimization like CPU load, more light sources, power core changes, more bug fixes, and other things listed here on screen coming sooner than future. So I can't really judge it entirely now. I'm gonna just keep track of the day this game comes out next year and make a follow-up video because it actually has a lot of potential in my eyes. And by now, they have the community to back it up. I mean, Lethal's been quiet for a while now. It's the perfect time for another horror game to take the crown, even if it is just temporary. Anyways, just wanted to talk on this. Again, I'm not sponsored or anything. I just like talking about clone games because I find the inspired games really interesting. Like, look at the previous videos we've made. I've talked about Enchanted Portals, Nevergrave, and Super Zoo's story video soon. It's all just a different take on what the original game stands for. Anyways, let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, leave a like, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.